I love Portfolio Day. I think it's really like inspirational coming here, and I always come away kind of wishing that I'd come up with half of the ideas that you kind of get a glimpse of. I think what's nice about every year kind of seeing the way the students approach the work, which isn't just through the lens of advertising. It's very much around what's the idea, and then they bring it to life through loads of different channels.
Mark teaches them to be whole creators, and that's not just about the craft of managing to herd your cats enough to articulate an idea, but he's also teaching them how to handle themselves and how to be good creatives, working in a team, handling a brief, fast turnaround.
SCA tends to differ in the sense that the students there all feel like they've already got life experience, they've already been out in the world and understand people maybe a little better.
I think the standard of work today has been very impressive. They have brilliant thoughts and their insights are always very strong, which I think is very important. And then from those insights they tend to execute them in innovative and surprising ways.
There's a great lot of left field thinking and things that show great promise as well.
The standard was really high. I would say that each team had at least 1 to 2 things that stood out in their book. And that's all that you really need in a book, is that 1 or 2 things that do stand out a lot, that we would then go back to our own agency and then talk to people about and say, we saw a great team today, they had this one campaign that did this, and that's what all we ever really base it on. So yeah, it was really good.
I think School of Comms Arts is a brilliant way to spend a year to get yourself to a point where you have the confidence, the craft and the experience of the many hundreds of briefs you have to get through in order to put yourself forward to be hired as a creative.
Compared to other degrees where you work on sort of 1 brief for a term, that isn't realistic, it's not the way that you work. So to be able to get sort of 8 briefs to work and get live feedback, you get so used to doing that it's not a shock to the system when you start working. And I think everyone is always really impressed with the calibre of SCA students because they come and they can just fit right in, they can work and they're used to it.
I think the school really over prepares you for the industry, so when you leave you're running at 110% and working at a speed that is almost faster than agencies, so it's kind of the best way to get ready.
It's fascinating just who comes together and how the teams compose themselves, and that almost ensemble cast mixing together to create these unique teams. I mean, as a mentor teacher, I learn as much as I'm sort of teaching in a way.
SCA differs from other schools because I think it's had an ability over the years to move with the times and with the expectations of the industry, and I guess that's because it is well connected to the industry, and there's a lot of people contribute from the industry, and a lot of briefs are set by the industry. So I think that's helped them stay relevant.
The truth of the matter is the future of the industry come out of the SCA. So if you look at whether it's the D&AD Emerging Talent Awards or the British Arrows or the Creative Circles or Cannes, all of the big winners come from SCA.
It's just inspiring just walking in here, and this is a place for that. It's like an incubation hub of great creative work.
I'd absolutely recommend it to anyone.